Tonight we report on an arrest in a 2014 hit and run in Beverly. 3 Moses Lake residents face robbery charges, and St. Patrick's Day arrives early in Ephrata. What's happening in sports, Bob?
Thanks, Alan. Big Bend baseball wraps up preseason play, and Moses Lake boys soccer turns back Ferris. Let's take a peek at our Weather Center forecast.
Good to be with you, everybody. Overall, pretty quiet conditions across the area overnight tonight. There is an upper-level disturbance in the forecast. I'll bring you all the details in a few moments.
I'm Alan Troop, and we have all this and much more on iFIBER 1 News.
From the iFIBER 1 HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFIBER 1 News, your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
A man wanted in connection with a 2014 hit and run was arrested Thursday. The Grant County Sheriff's Office and U.S. Marshals arrested Raimundo Juarez Garcia, a 23-year-old Othello man in the 300 block of East Elm Street in Othello. Juarez Garcia was allegedly driving a 2000 Nissan Maxima when he hit a woman walking on the shoulder of Main Street in Beverly on October 2nd, 2014. According to the Grant County Sheriff's Office, the victim was hospitalized and survived. Juarez Garcia was wanted for hit and run, DUI, and driving whilst license suspended in connection with the incident. The task force staked out the home for several hours. When they entered, they found Garcia hiding under a blanket next to the clothes dryer. CHS Sun Basin held its 4th annual Harvest for Hunger food drive and were out collecting donations over the weekend for local food banks. Reporter Devin Higgins has the details.
For the last 4 years, CHS Sun Basin has teamed up with Grant County food banks to help low-income families with their annual Harvest for Hunger. On Saturday, they were back out again at Ephrata's More Furniture to collect donations and cook up free hot dogs to support the cause. CHS General Manager Rob Kopczynski said the harvest yielded considerable returns for those in need.
Last year we did almost 500,000 pounds locally for the food that was donated to our local food banks, and then over $20,000 went to them. With some of the food banks, I know some of the local ones are really hard strapped with not having enough food, and cash money always goes well with them. So I think it's a big impact.
The food and cash donations collected by the harvest will be distributed to all the major food banks in Grant County over the next few weeks. In Ephrata, Devin Higgins for iFIBER 1 News.
A dispute about a vehicle reportedly led to a robbery in a Moses Lake home. Prosecutors charged Sonia Jones, a 28-year-old Moses Lake woman, David Mendes, a 26-year-old Moses Lake man, and Mark Brown, a 34-year-old Moses Lake man, with robbery in the 1st degree and burglary in the 1st degree. Jones is facing an additional charge of assault in the 4th degree. Moses Lake police initially talked to Jones at about midnight on Sunday when an officer responded to a report about a vehicle prowl. She allegedly told the officer her ex-fiancé took her Jeep because he was upset that she was in a bar. Jones and her brothers, Mendes and Brown, reportedly went into her ex-fiancé's home on West Mariner Lane. Jones' ex-fiancé claimed they attacked him when they entered the house. The 3 claimed Jones' ex-fiancé attacked her first, and they were defending her. The Grant County Sheriff's Office is hoping to restart a patrol canine unit to better protect communities. The Sheriff's Office has partnered with the Columbia Basin Foundation to seek donations for $122,000 to fund 4 canine teams. It's been more than 20 years since the Sheriff's Office has had patrol canines. The Sheriff's Office wants to use the teams to track criminals, find explosives, and locate missing people. Businesses or individuals looking to sponsor a canine can contact the Sheriff's Office at 509-754-2011. People wishing to make a donation to the program can send checks directly to the Columbia Foundation. For more information on how to make a donation, contact the Foundation at 509-754-4596. And now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
And we'll be back right after this.